Thanks for joining, everybody. About to get going here. Stream is looking good. Glad you're here. We're not streaming to Twitter today because nobody watches it anyways. But it does auto-post a link to Twitter when I go live, at least. The other places, which are YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. And pretty soon here we'll be doing 4K to YouTube. I'm already streaming 4K to one destination and then 1080 out from there. A lot of workarounds, largely because of the Android situation, having with this phone and using this app. And so it's frustrating sometimes, but I'm just trying to make it work. I think today the highlight is going to be a solid connection. And no motherfucking rain. I think it's confused sometimes. It doesn't want to look the direction we're pointing. We're headed to the George Floyd Memorial today. Hi. I was really stressing out about the settings and all that stuff, but it just works. It's great. Good turnout today.
I didn't even give myself good shoes. Like, what the fuck? Like, literally I had a hole in the bottom of my feet and pull up in the snow. And then the snow would, like, ferment into ice on the side of my feet. And I wasn't realizing that was happening. Like, why is the person so... Oh, okay. Yeah, hit by accident.
Yeah, exactly what happened.
It's mostly just messing with my. Oh, and it's busted. Don't worry, not a disaster. Not only am I boring during downtime with my last years, I got the Twinkies camera. That's something that looks like it works. Cool.
Mic check, mic check. It's JSPK Day. As you guys all know, we're going to be marching into a Floyd event. I need for everybody to understand that JSPK is an organization that has been started since September 30th of 2018. It was started due to Patrick Kimmons being murdered, shot 9 times in the back. I say this to say, I want you guys to know that my organization is an organization of love. It is not an organization where you can think you can come in and be who you want to be. And what I mean by that is leave the drama on the street. Don't bring it into JFPK. Keep the gossiping at your house. Don't bring it into JFPK. If you're found doing so, you will be asked to leave immediately. This is a Black Lives Matter organization that believes in hope and justice and demand for justice for Black people, white people, Asian people, African American people. Everybody that has been murdered by the police. This is not a game. This is serious. As a team and as a commitment to JFPK, the rules will be changing. We need to stand up tall. We need to stand up straight. We need to march into people's events. And what I mean by march, I mean we need to march. We're not here to look slumped over, be all over the sidewalk like we're just walls. We need to be in a line. We need to be marching. We need to be chanting for justice. If this is what you guys want, we need to get it like that. Is that fair? Yeah. I should not, no way on God's green earth, have to go home and get a message at 3 a.m. in the morning saying, I couldn't catch up on you guys' chant because people was laughing and cracking up, and I asked them to be quiet and they gave me a dirty look. Absolutely not. If a person asks you, tell you they can't hear, they being respectful to you and trying to let you know they're trying to fight for justice. So please respect other comrades. We are not here to, when we do stop and you hear me kind of laughing and talking, that's your time to shine. But as you see me, I'll quickly turn it around. Quickly. Because I like to give you guys a moment to yourself to kind of make y'all laugh because it's emotional. So we deserve to jump from being emotional to being happy and then jump back to being serious. Is that okay? So I just want to make sure that we all on the same path from this day forward, that we need to pick up our feet. We're getting ready to go walk into an important event right now. And I want justice for Patrick Kimmons' team to be marching with their head up, yelling. We don't want no label, oh, they just slumped over and they just can't. No. We don't be slumped over. We be straight up. And that's all I wanted to say to you guys. I wanted to make sure that we was all on the same path. And let's get it. And I thank you guys for agreeing with me because I think that it's serious. I think that Floyd's life is serious. And I think that us marching out here in this rain, sleet, or snow is very serious. And I just feel like we have feet, we have hands, we have a mouthpiece. We spit nothing but dragon and flames like a dragon. We are in beast mode. So why can't we pick our feet up off the pavement? It's 10 toes to the pavement, but we also need to remember it's 10 toes picking up your feet from off the pavement, putting them back down. So from now on, from this day forward, I would like to see us not slumping over, standing up straight, and not just walking with your mouth shut. Why are you here if you're just going to walk like you're too pretty to chant? I know I'm pretty, but damn, I'm going to chant, yell, scream, holler, cry, and all of that. Because I want justice, I demand justice, and I'm going to get it by any fucking means necessary. So, again, let's go ahead and get this cranked up. Let's get fired up. And to anybody that think that what I said was disrespectful or I'm not targeting one individual, it goes for the whole JFPK group, include myself. I don't leave myself out. So let's go ahead and love one another, treat everybody, like we brothers and sisters, because we are. We are brothers and sisters, whether you like it or not. So let's go ahead and get fired up and march into this event. Yeah.
I love how you can all over you.
Right.
Gimbal fit.
Fuck wow!
Oh, I missed it. Drove by.
Yeah, I thought about getting a new one when it happened. I'm like, nah, it's kind of cool actually.
Yeah.
It doesn't mess with the gimbal as long as it didn't damage it. I don't care.
Yeah, my Ronin gimbal, same as Mason's, is all beat up to hell too. I dropped it a bunch, but it still works.
That's good.
It just doesn't lock. Probably doesn't work fully well.
I'm not going in that hole. Hell no. Great spotted. Right there, no bus.
Alright, I don't know. Looks like I just see her. I don't know
Yeah,
how
good
long
idea
this
for-
battery's gonna last my phone, but hopefully
Thank you.
until we get to the spot. So that's my bets.
The dog is so cute.
No, because I'm not.
Dog's gonna be fake.
My dog just got a TikTok.
Shout it out, let's go. Now's your chance.
Yeah, what's the TikTok?
His TikTok is Yoda and Midas. At Yoda and Midas. Yeah, at Yoda and Midas.
Cutie.
I can plug you with one if you want one. They come in.
Anybody on his
Red
cap?
phone. There's
Thanks
one
for
that's
joining.
Black with black holes.
I'm down to do black and white again if you guys thought that was cool or anything. Let me know.
Raise your hand if this is your first time at a JMPK march. A couple people. Cool. Welcome, y'all. There's a lot of people here. Welcome back, Quinn. Yeah. All right, we're gonna get it going. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, flood the street. No justice, no peace. Take it to the streets. No justice, no peace. Take it to the streets. No justice, no peace. Take it to the streets. No justice, no peace. Take it to the streets. No justice, no peace. Take it to the streets.
pizza.
Give me a B.
Lives matter.
Give me a F. What did I feel? What did I feel? What do that feel?
The police.
Give me a F. What did I feel? What did I feel? What do that feel?
Y'all look beautiful today. Today is the 9-month anniversary of George Floyd's passing. We are marching to the Arbor Lodge protest that happens daily and has been happening since he died. They've been consistent, and so they reached out to us and they wanted to combine forces. So we are headed there to do an 8-minute and 46 demonstration led by them. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know about y'all. How y'all feeling? George Floyd is really one of the people that radicalized a lot of us out here right now. Truly. I can't say that personally I wanted to abolish the police prior to George Floyd. Now there's no question. You really put abolition on the mainstream. George Floyd's life means so much to the Black Lives Matter movement and to life in general. So we are all very lucky to be walking this path to go honor his name.
Yeah.
We are all privileged enough to be doing this. So I want y'all to give your 100% throughout the rest of this march. If you're here at this march, you should be chanting. We should not have to see people being quiet, walking with their head down. That's not what this is about. If you're not here to chant and give your all to justice for Patrick Kimmons and to Letha, then take your ass home. But if you're out here, then be out here fully. When I say his name, I want you to say George Floyd. Say his name! George Floyd! 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 Who they murder? George Floyd! Who they murder? George Floyd! Who they kill? George Floyd! Who they kill? George Floyd! Say his name! George Floyd! Say his name! George Floyd! Justice for? George Floyd! Justice for?
George Floyd!
George Floyd!
George Floyd!
George Floyd!
George Floyd!
Say his name!
George Floyd!
Say his name!
George Floyd!
What's his name?
George Floyd!
What's his name?
George Floyd!
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 George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! Thank you for being out here and giving your all. Let's continue to do that. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? If we don't get it, if we don't get it, if we don't get it. I said if we don't get it. When do we want it? 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 If we don't get it, if we don't get it, if we don't get it.
Here comes the rain.
What the system does to me? We'll lock us up and put us down. There ain't no justice in this town. There ain't no justice in this town. Papa, Papa, don't you cry. Today is not my day to die. Today is not my day to die. Today is not my day to die. Mama, Mama, can't you see? What the system done to me? They locked us up and put us down. There ain't no justice in this town. There ain't no justice in this town. There ain't no justice in this town. Mama, Mama, don't you cry. Today is not my day to die. Today is not my day to die. Today is not my day to die.
Give her a round of applause, JIPK. I hate to say this, but I didn't hear many voices on that. I stopped for a reason, so I just wanted to see if it was loud, and it wasn't. So, I got a problem with that. We need to be yelling, we need to be screaming, we need to be chanting. It's okay to lose our voice. I lose mine all the time. So keep in mind, yell, scream, shout. If you feel like you need to jump up and down, show me what you're working with.
I need some YouTube mods.
No prison!
good. Oh man. Almost there. I can't tell if there's water on the camera.
When black people are under attack, when black people are under attack, when black children are under attack,
What do we
That's the Pino Rage on the left there. Not getting caught out the lane.
This is what community looks looks like, my brothers and sisters. This is what community looks like, my brothers and sisters. I said, this is what community looks like, my brothers and sisters. So to all the community that's outside of JFPK and that's simply looking into JFPK, this is what a revolution looks like. This is also what democracy looks like. This is a Black Lives organization. We are marching into George Floyd event. What you see is what you get.
That's right.
I said, what you see is what you get.
That's right.
You see a Black Lives organization that has been out here for 2 years. We are marching for justice. We demand justice. We will get justice. By any means necessary, we will get And if you don't know exactly what's going on, let me tell you a little bit about my story. I lost my son in September 30, 2018. He was shot 9 times in the back. So what you see is what you get. This is BLM. And we are marching to justice and for justice. And we demand justice. And we will fight by any means. We stand up, we back the Black by any means.
We're marching for justice. To justice. For our sisters. And our brothers. We're marching to justice. For our siblings. And our brothers. We're marching to justice. For our aunties. And our uncles, we're marching to justice for our fathers and our mothers. We're marching
because we just marched past my friend's house. Whoa, shit. Yeah. Oh, beautiful fence. I'll catch up on the comments here in a second. Every day, noon to 2, right here. Sorry. It's not. Bernie holding it down. I got an idea for a thing I'm going to add to my Twitch stream soon, since it can do all the rewards and stuff. It's going to be fun. And it might involve some Bernie action.
Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. So can we all, JFPK, come over here to this side of the street, please? And we're gonna just stand, PK is gonna stand over here and just take this side of the lane. I need for JFPK to be focused. And I need for you to be quiet. And I need for you to listen real closely. Y'all look phenomenal. Y'all look phenomenal. Wow, thank you, G.
story, guys. Gotta figure out who's going first. Okay, so let me introduce myself. I am Patrick Kimmons' mother. My son was shot September 30th of 2018 by Jeffrey Livingston and Sergeant Britt. He was shot 9 times in the back while running. No matter what happened that night, he had his hands up for some seconds. It was known in sight that he had no gun at the time that the police decided to shoot. They waited for him to turn backwards and run towards 2 cars and then gunned him down. So that's a little bit of my story and who I am. And I came out here today to represent your organization, to march my group into your organization, because George Floyd was murdered as well. Even though it wasn't in Portland, Oregon, he's still a part of Black Lives Matter, regardless to the fact. So with that being said, all lives have been stolen. 1,093 lives have been stolen in the United States of America. And what do we want? We want justice. And when do we want it? We want it now. And we just don't want it. We're going to demand it by any fucking means necessary. Malcolm X was murdered. Martin Luther King was murdered. Who has been out here on these streets for 2 years marching? Me. I didn't start this when George Floyd got murdered. I started this 2 years ago. So with that being said, I've been out here through snow, ice, black ice, and rain. I won't stop by any means necessary. So JFPK is here at your event to have your back by any means necessary. And what I mean by any means necessary, I mean any means necessary. My son's life was stolen by some crooked criminals. They all deserve to be charged with murder. Every last one of them. And I will not stop until I get justice. And not just justice for Patrick Kimmons. I mean justice for all lives that have been stolen around the United States of America. I am soon to be traveling the world to speak about my story, because it's just not a story, my brothers and sisters. It is a testimony of black people's lives being stolen by the police. I said it's a testimony as well as a story. So I want you guys to know that do not let anyone discourage you from justice. Do not let anyone discourage you from justice. We will get it by any means. Keep up the marching, keep up the chanting, keep up the fighting, keep up the yelling, keep up the screaming. We will win in 2021. We will win in 2021. Patrick Kimmons' mother will make it in 2021 to the Black History Book of America. Because I will be the one to make a change at the DA's office. I will make a change at the district attorney's office in 2021. My picture will be known in the Black History books to make that change for Mr. Kimmons and all others' lives that has been brutally killed and murdered by the criminals, the injustice system. We need to change the system, my brothers and sisters. So again, do not let anyone discourage you, my brothers and sisters. Do not let anyone stop you from battling this fight for justice. This is a very important matter. If you think it's a game, you better go get a Monopoly game at the next Target down the street. Because we don't want you in none of my events if you think it's a game. Because I'm serious about marching. I'm serious about chanting. I'm serious about fighting for justice for Patrick Kimmons' life and all others. Because we're going to fight, 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 we're going to fight. We're going to fight, we're going to fight, we're going to fight, we're going to chant, we're going to chant, we're going to chant. We're going to march, we're going to march, we're going to march, we're going to march. By any fucking means necessary. I'm going to go ahead on and pass it over. My anxiety is going up. But I want to say thank you for letting me do my small speech. I can go on and on and on and take over your event by my big mouth, because I've known to take up 3 hours, but I'm not going to do that. My anxiety is sparking. So thank you for letting me take the minute to let you guys know who I am and introduce me and my JOPK Black Lives Matter organization of Portland, Oregon.
Hi, my name is Charlie, and I'm a part of this little daily protest that we put on every day for the last 9 months. It's small, but it's mighty. We do a lot of activism, writing letters, petitions, and calling out our political and community leaders. Today marks the 9th anniversary of George Floyd's murder. But that's just symbolic of so many murders at the hands of the police. And let me just say that from a racist system, that if they put a uniform and give them a gun and give them qualified immunity, and it gives them a badge to murder. I call it premeditated murder. I call it they justify homicide. So that's why we're here every day, because we are not going to stop, and we are dedicated to this corner, and we're dedicated doing the things we're doing until real justice is experienced, not just a dream. So we are here today to take a knee for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. And during that time, some of us will be in our anger, some of us will be in our grief, some of us will be in prayer, but whatever it is, just allow it to make you more fierce, more dedicated, more determined than ever to make sure justice is served up. Because George Floyd's life mattered. Patrick Kimmons' life mattered. Because Black Lives Matter, right? Black Lives Matter, right? So, we're gonna take that knee in just a minute, but I just want to let you know that there will be a drum, if you would, every minute. Hi. So you guys can kind of keep track, okay? And then at the end, if you would like to stay, we protest here till 2 o'clock. And thank you so much for coming out, and thank you, Letha. I'm just, hug you. Yes. All right, everybody, take a knee.
George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd!
I don't know what y'all were thinking of, but all I could think about was him and his last moments. And him on the ground, he wanted to die. And moment. I don't think I've ever reflected that deeply like that. I want to remind you that the system we cannot reform. The police are an irredeemable institution. The Minneapolis Police Department, they went through the entire 8-camp program. It was a reform program. They went through the entire program, and still, Chauvin, who had 17 police misconduct complaints on him, still managed to George Floyd's neck for nearly 9 minutes and killed him. Reform is what killed George Floyd. Reform is what killed all these a colonial force simply here to protect property in the interest of the ruling class. They're not here to protect people, especially people who look like me, especially people who look like Charlie. Any black or brown people it is not meant to protect. And they prove it over and over and over again with each of these killings. This isn't going to stop until we really abolish these police. Another black man someone tagged on one of the buildings downtown. Minneapolis don't learn, and God that's true. George Floyd, the people that he knew, all the love that he brought to this world, by he was killed, to his family, to his children, and to his community. Okay, I'm going to say George Floyd's name. Sparked the biggest civil rights movement in history that we've ever seen. So his life will not be in vain. It is not in vain. We thank him for everything he brought to this world and the impact that he's had on all of us. So thank you all for coming out to this. I would like to open up this mic to any black or brown anything they're thinking about right now, or in particular their experience with that meal. I think it would be nice to hear some just some people's experience with that. If you're black or brown and you want to come share your thoughts, please come grab the
one of the first things that struck my mind was like how cold and how hard the ground is and how it felt on my knee. And then I started to think about what it was like for this man George Floyd to lay on the ground for 9 minutes with his face in the ground with someone on their knee, on their neck. Like, you felt how that felt to knee and kneel for 9 minutes. Like, what does it take for a person to have that much hate to do that to somebody and not care? You saw how he looked, how cold and unforgiving. He didn't give a fuck. It was like another day at the office, and that shit's just fucked up. And it's just fucked up. And this is nothing new. This has been going on since America started. It's really fucked up. Like, earlier today I was watching a documentary about Oda Banger, who in 1904, this child was in a zoo, in the Bronx Zoo, and white people would come and look at him and poke fun at him and throw shit at him. Like, this shit's fucked up. People literally tried to prove that black people were lesser by science, eugenics. This shit is deep, and it's gonna take a lot to undo it. A lot of love, a lot of community, a lot of dedication. And yeah, I just want to thank George Floyd. Like, his life, like they said, his life is not in vain. Changed me, and I'm sure it's changed all of you too. And damn sure it changed the world. And yeah, that's all I want to say.
Thank you, Isaiah. Does anybody else want to come share any thoughts? On the mic, it's open. If you're scared, go to church.
I might be a little scared, but my name is Dorian. I am Native American and I'm Mexican, and I'm really nervous. I'm like shaky. My voice is shaky, but kneeling down, it broke my heart. All I could think about was my kids And my children are actually like learning about this stuff, and it amazes me how much my 9-year-old daughter asks me so many questions, and all I can do is throw the knowledge at her that I learn, and I learn by doing research. I've been a part of some of your, words that you spoke around Portland, and I can't imagine how you feel. And my heart goes out to you. I couldn't imagine. Charlie, I know, I love you so much, and I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of this. But today it's crazy because this morning my daughter's like doing this paper, and she's like, Mom, I have to choose something on a black person. And I was like, oh, who are you doing? She said, I'm doing Tupac, Mom. And I heard her reading to her instructors, her teachers, everything that she's been studying, and it just amazes me how much my children are open to learning this. And for the 8 minutes, my knees were hurting. I was like, damn. At first, my thought was like, oh my God, I'm going to ruin my shoes. And then it was like my heart started breaking. Like, like he said, how can somebody lean on somebody's neck for that long? And it was like nothing to him. I looked around and a lot of us were like switching knees off and on. And this officer sat there for 8 fucking minutes on this man's neck while he's screaming for his mom. And when he screams for his mom, it just breaks my heart because I pray so much every single day. And I've had arguments with people about, and my own people, Native Americans talking about, what about Native Lives Matter? What about this? And it's like, in my head, we cannot matter until Black Lives Matter. Because who got us to vote? What woman and what did MLK do for us? We wouldn't, it's the African Americans that have made so many movements in this world for all of us other people of color to matter. And Black Lives Matter, when we cannot all matter. Native Americans, all of us other colored people cannot matter until Black Lives Matter. Because this is a movement, and as much as I want to be out here all the time, I can't, but when I can, I am out here. And I do believe that all lives cannot matter until Black Lives Matter, and my children will grow up knowing that when Black Lives Matter, we matter. As Mexicans and Native Americans, we cannot matter until they do. And so my children, when they are able to be a part of the movement and part of, the youth marches, they love it. And my 9-year-old is just so ecstatic about it. And she's like, I'm just really grateful to be out here. And Charlie, thank you for putting this on. It's just amazing to be out here, and every single person that is out here doing the movement every week, for the past 2 years, and since the whole George Floyd incident, and it just keeps happening over and over. I pray every single day for something to happen, and it won't happen until that happens. And it won't happen if we stop doing what we're doing. If you stop doing what you're doing, none of this is going to matter. But there are people like Patrick Kimmons' mother out here every single week with her movement, trying to make a difference, and she is. Look at how many people are out here for everything. But that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Woo!
I just want to remind everyone here that, like this person just said, like, she's been out here every single week for 2 years, and I don't know if y'all understand like how much of a toll it must take on Letha to have to come out here and re-traumatize herself every single week for y'all to understand. It's not going to stop until you go home and you get your people to come out with you, and you go educate your people. Because the shit that we're dealing with right now, we did not create these problems. These are white people problems. So please go home and educate yourselves and your constituents and family so that Letha can get justice and she doesn't have to keep coming out here re-traumatizing herself with her story. Recognize how much labor and how much that weighs on somebody's soul. And also pay her for that. Her Cash App, lethaloc, Venmo, Beast Mode 3700. Please give her that. And please keep coming out here. Please keep giving all that you have to this movement and to this woman and to these organizations. Give it all. There's no one in the world like you. There's no one in the world that knows everything that you know. And so there's no one in the world that can bring to this world what you can bring. So come as you are and bring it all. Because we're fighting against a belief system that only knows belonging by what it is not. So please keep coming and bringing everything that you have so that we can all get justice and live fucking free finally.
Hey y'all, I just want to say something real quick. So I just am like, it kind of saddens me like the amount of numbers that I'm seeing right now and the amount of people who have just dwindled off from this summer's movement and why they aren't continuing to fight, whether that's reposting stuff on social media, coming out here in these streets, whatever the case may be. And it's a majority of white people, because when in the summertime we saw hella white people, but where did all of them go? Like, it's so saddening. Like, if we're still out here now and we're still in the same place in the pandemic and, you know, whatever we have going on in our daily lives, we're still going through that, just like we were going through in the beginning of the movement. If not, you know, we've kind of figured out how to maneuver around COVID and how COVID works and stuff like that. So we should still be coming out here. And even if we can't be out in these streets, we need to be on social media. We need to be signing those petitions. We need to be raising our voice and making us heard in any type of way. And really, the power comes within the people. We've heard this over and over again. Power, there's so much power within us. And we have to realize that. We need to quit putting money and materialistic things over each other. Because at the end of the day, money is just a dollar bill that you can rip in half. And at the end of the day, it has no value to it. But a person, a human being, they have value. They have morals. They have a soul. They have a spirit. So understand that at the end of the day, you can't just get rid of a person. We build the world. If we come together, there's so much we can do. Whether that's ending racism, ending police brutality, ending all of the things that we see on a daily basis that needs to come to an end. We can't do anything if we don't come together. So understand that. Call your friends out. Call your friends out. Call your family members out. Call your coworkers out. Because you're working with them. You're working in the same environment as them. Why would you want to work in a toxic environment? Why would you want to be around toxic people? The root of all evil is money, is the corporation that you're working for. So as a person, as a human being with feelings, say how you feel. It's okay. So, I don't know, just take that, whatever you want to do with it, take that and hold it close to you, for real. Hold these words that everyone's saying close to you, apply them. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
There's Lorenzo.
I'm just going to say something real quick. You know, my name is Charlie, and I'm a tribal member of the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde. And we have a shared history of police brutality with our black brothers and sisters, for sure, since the first terrorist came along, Christopher Columbus. And so I have had more than my share of incidences with the police, run-ins with the police. I've had that knee in my back, and I've been beat up with the Billy Club, and I've been shot at, and many more abuses by the police. But I will say this, did I deserve to be arrested? Yes. But did I deserve to be brutalized? No. I didn't talk back, I didn't resist, I didn't say, fuck you, motherfucker. But I still got my ass beat. So I'm out here every day, not just for George Floyd and Patrick Kimmons and all the rest, but I'm out here every day because I want my grandson, Dylan, right here, to grow up, my Black Indigenous grandson, to not have to experience what we have experienced in our lifetime. I want him to experience an anti-racist, anti-oppression, equality, equity, and you name it, right? We need to rip these systems up from the roots, and we need to build them all over again. Systems that will serve us, right? Right. So keep up the good work, and thank you for being here today.
Mic check, mic check. Is Aaron around? Aaron?
Aaron, where are you? Does anybody have any wet wipes? Any wet wipes or even like a napkin? Paper towel?
Streamer to the rescue.
Mic check. Sorry, my ears. I want to say thank you to all my fellow comrades, my brothers and sisters at the Mars organization. That 8 minute and 46 second knee thing, yeah, it hurt. So imagine the police knee, not just George Floyd, because they just did it a couple days ago, to another man. So I don't know if you guys are following Black Lives Matter movement, but I'm at home at 2 and 3 in the morning and it just happened again. So give it up for my organization, JFPK. We marched from MLK, our final destination. We marched from there in the rain, hail, sleet, and snow to join to take that knee for George Floyd. I also want to say thank you for inviting us to your organization. It was nice to introduce ourselves to you guys. I'm sure we'll see you again. To my fellow comrades, we are going to take off and head back to our final destination. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep up the hope. Keep up the fight. Don't let nobody distract you from getting justice. JFPK is out here twice a week, Thursday from 11 to 2, Sunday from 11 to 2. We don't stop. We keep going, we keep going, we keep going, we keep going. I'll give my comrades what they need. That's support. Follow me on Justice for Patrick Kimmons Facebook and Instagram. I'll try to leave people with hope. I'll leave at least a half a paragraph of how not to let others discourage you from getting justice while out here with 10 toes to the pavement. Feel free to join us. But just keep in mind, we don't play in my organization. We march. We march the whole time from 11 to 2. And I give JSTK a speech every event. Not one event I don't run my mouth about justice. And we do get fired up. So I want to say thank you again. May George Floyd rest in peace. May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace. Justice will be served.
Thank you.
My check. We're getting ready to march back down Denver and make a left on Kimmonsburg and head back to our final destination. Let's get it.
Black lives they matter. Black lives they matter. Yeah. Black lives they matter.
to really give ourselves a random applause. Because what organization do you know that's going to march from MLK into another organization and show respect for another organization? Not just that organization, but the respect was given also for George Floyd. That's not the first time that JFPK have marched in to someone's event. When we get notified that they want us present, we're on the go. We already had scheduled to be on MLK at our main location. But when we got invited, we said, oh, well, no, we're going to change it. We're going to the event and show respect for George Floyd. Give it up for JFPK.
Great job, y'all.
Black people!
Back up, we want freedom, freedom, all these racist ass cops, we don't need them, need them. Back up, we want freedom, freedom, all these racist ass cops, we don't need them, need them. Back up, we want freedom, freedom, all these racist ass cops, we don't need them.
Oh, nice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I like that. I got a thing that I can slap on with lights on it, so I don't use it during the day.
walk backwards anymore. I'm sick of it. I don't walk backwards anymore. I know. I'm tired of it.
What's this? You gotta go like this.
Yeah.
Concrete reporting right there.
I feel like most of y'all are probably already aware, but yesterday, Daniel Prude, his killer cops walked free. And, I mean, who's really fucking surprised? But for anybody who's unfamiliar with the story, Daniel Prude was living in Rochester, New York, and the cops put a fucking bag over his head in the rain while he was having a mental health crisis and naked in the street, and they killed him. And they were all just acquitted yesterday. Fuck Rochester PD. Fuck all police at the end of the day. But really, fuck RPD. So we're gonna say his name and bring him into this space because his black life mattered, and those cops should be getting the fucking book thrown at them, but lo and behold, the system protects the boys in the blue, as it always does. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Who'd they kill? Who'd they kill? Who'd they murder? Justice for. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. What's his name? Justice for. Justice for. Justice for. Daniel Prude. Daniel Prude. Daniel
Hey!